Hello. Good morning, everybody. Welcome to the Breakfast Show with me, Anusha. We're here on City FM 89. What is up, you guys? How are you doing? What is happening in your part of the world? And it's Monday morning. It's the 5th of August. And we are here live on air and we shall be together till 10 o'clock in the morning. क्या हालात है? कैसा कुछ चल रहा है सब कुछ? जिंदगी में क्या चीज़ें चल रही हैं और नहीं चल रही? You can text in 03142898989 and we're going to have some fun. The week has begun and together we're going to spend some time together. You know, just chat about things, about life, things like that in general. Alrighty, you guys, let's begin the show. You're tuned into the Breakfast Show with me and Nushay. It is the 5th of August, you guys. August की 5वीं तारीख और कराची में कुछ बादल आए हुए हैं. Oh, how lovely. We've got clouds. May just rain. Again, I'm looking forward to it. Prepared for it. Vaji says, Anushay, hi. Hi. I started my morning gym after a gap of 7 years. And it's only been 2 weeks going good so far. Let's see kab tak chalta hai. All right. Says Vaji. All right, Vaji. BGM nahi aa raha bilkul. Yeah. Alrighty, just talking to Akib as well, figuring out things. And then there's Sherdil, who's like, oh my God, you're live. Yes, I am. Mubarak ho. Dekho, I'm trying to be live as much as I can. But it's, guys, what to do? How do I do this? Make me understand how I can be more dedicated to this cause now. Because after 5 years, it's getting very, very difficult. But I try and go live at least 3 to 4 times a week. Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday type, you know. So I can have an extra 2 days to just do my other work as well. So, yep, it's a bit of a conundrum. But I'm trying to manage. Also, what is going on today? It's Monday morning. I wanted to ask a funny question this morning. I was like, I'm not going to do anything serious right now because there is so much seriousness, you know, that's going around everywhere. And this is a really weird question. But, you know, we all have guests who come over to the house. And I've asked this question, मुझे याद नहीं है लेकिन मैं 2-3 साल पहले रेडियो शो पे पूछा था ये सवाल. और सवाल ये था कि what has been the strangest thing a guest has done in your house? Like, you know, sometimes when guests come over and they do something funny or they behave a funny way or they, you know, or you have seen somebody do at somebody's house, like a guest, like Eid ki party pe, you know, some misbehavior, something funny. So I was also thinking, I want you to think as well. And I know it's not the Monday morning conversation about motivation and being dedicated, but it's about having fun. Today we're going to have some fun together. Today we're only going to be talking about happy things. Novak Djokovic has won the Olympic gold medal, definitely making him the greatest of all time. He's now won everything there is to win in the world of tennis. Yep. And he's proven that it's never too late, even if your opponent is a good 17 years younger than you. And he's one of the best players in the world. And he was missing one thing, if at all anything, in his magnificent career. And that was an Olympic gold medal for his country, Serbia. And there were emotional moments. He played like, I was just in shock. I was like, what is going on, right? Like he left his soul at home and he was like, I'm just going to play. And he was literally shaking after the win. And he's won it for Serbia. And he's officially the only player in the history of tennis to win every event that tennis is played in, including, of course, the big four, Australian, French, Wimbledon, US Open, and then the Olympics, ATP Finals, Indian Wells, Miami, Monte Carlo, Madrid, Rome, Canada, Cincinnati, Shanghai, Paris, etc., etc. Greatest, you guys, greatest. Just so happy for him because I find him to be such a cool, authentic human being. And I don't know if by extension, it just feels like it's a win for all of us who believe in, who stick by our beliefs, who may get controversial, who may not be the most popular, but staying with your convictions, believing in what you believe in and standing by it, and, facing every adversity as an opportunity to grow and come back stronger. So many examples from his career. So yeah, this was one of the good newses that I wanted to share first thing in the morning. And of course, there's a question. What has been the strangest thing a visitor has done in your house? कभी कोई मेहमान अगर घर पे आया है तो सबसे अजीब चीज़ क्या की उन्होंने, अगर कुछ किया हो तो. मैं भी सोचने की कोशिश कर रही हूँ. I'm trying to think. There people do funny things, People do funny things. I do know that there's one neighbor of mine who comes in and likes looking at all my decoration pieces, and I don't like it because I feel like they're scrutinizing my living space. All right. 5th of August, the month of the Leo, you guys. Yeah. Cool day like that. अगर ऐसे देखा जाए तो. And every day is truly special, right? I mean, we don't talk about it enough, but we do know that 5th of August 2024 is a day that's never going to come back in the history of the world. So it must be celebrated. It must be enjoyed. Yep. Today, Marilyn Monroe was born, American actress. She was born on June 1st, 1926, you guys, in Los Angeles in California. What a beautiful woman. Died too early, too soon. She died in 1962 at the age of 36. And that was quite sad. 5th August, yes. Neil Armstrong was born today in 1930. Who is Neil Armstrong? A US astronaut and the first person to set foot on the moon. He passed away in 2012 as well. But of course, known for being the first man to step on the moon. And whoa, the world changed. Everything around us changed from that day onwards. Yep. Oh, what about more news? American writer Toni Morrison in 2019. She basically earned a Nobel Prize for Literature in 1993 for novels that examine the Black experience within the Black community. She died at the age of 88 on this day in 2019. So lots of people were born and lots of people passed away on this particular day. Was going down the history of the world, but since I only want to share some good news, I'm like, Ooh! In 1914, on this day, in Cleveland, Ohio, the world's first electric traffic signal, a traffic light, was installed. And it had red and green lights. देखो, हम तो ट्रैफिक सिग्नल्स फॉलो करते नहीं हैं. जब रेड होता है तो मोटर बाइक वाले निकल जाते हैं. जब ग्रीन होता है तो सभी निकल जाते हैं. जब येलो होता है किसी को पता नहीं होता कि उनकी ज़िंदगी में हो क्या रहा है. कभी कभी येलो पे फंस भी जाती है लाइट. एट दैट टाइम यू लाइक, मैं जाऊँ या मैं रुक जाऊँ. ये ज़िंदगी का बहुत बड़ा सवाल है. But 1914, on this day, the world's first electric traffic signal or traffic light was installed. So that's pretty cool. If you're going to look into the history of traffic signals, of, stuff like that. Making it into a really fun morning show today. Shared this piece of information first thing in the morning. Novak Djokovic has officially become the greatest tennis player of all times because he's now won his country and himself an Olympic gold medal in tennis. So he's won every particular tournament that tennis is involved in or a part of. And that makes him one of the greatest, I would say he's the greatest. If you look at records, Novak Djokovic is the greatest. And speaking of tennis, I quickly wanted to go over the history of the sport. There's so many things around us that we do every day. We watch things, we utilize things. Where I'm sitting on a chair, I'm looking into a screen. Where did these things come from? This appreciation of wanting to know the history of things is like my new fascination. So I wanted to share some information with you guys as well. So basically, tennis, which is a racket sport, of course, traditionally named lawn tennis, was invented in England, right? But it is the direct descendant of what is now denoted real tennis or royal tennis, which continues, by the way, to be played as a separate sport. It has more complex rules. But where did tennis come from? So some historians believe that tennis originated in the monastic cloisters in northern France back in the 12th century. But at that point, the ball was struck with the palm of the hand. Yeah, like it was called game of the palm. Yep. सोचो है ना, हाथ से मार रहे हैं बॉल को आगे पीछे. ठीक है, उस ज़माने में यही था, 12th century. But then it was not until the 16th century that rackets came into use. And then the game began to be called tennis. And it was popular in England as well as France. Henry VIII of England was an enthusiast of the game, which is now referred to as real tennis. Yep. Imagine. So, yeah. A bit of a history of where tennis actually came from. But kind of started becoming more and more of a recognized sport, like in maybe the 1700s. Yeah. And then, I don't know if you guys know, but Marylebone Cricket Club's rules of lawn tennis was launched. It has been official ever since 1875. So let's look at it this way. Okay, 1875, it was like an established sports, right? And Wimbledon, 1877. Yep. Woohoo! 1877 is when Wimbledon happened. And the Davis Cup dates to 1900. The year 1900 is when the Davis Cup started. Yeah. Wow. It's interesting for me to read as well, since I'm a fan of the sport. Where are we going now? Okay. Breakfast show with me, Anusha, is 0314289898 is where you can text in. We were chatting about funny things like the history of, it's not even funny actually, it's more informative, but the history of the game of tennis. And now, because it's rainy season, har jagah barish ho rahi hai, and yesterday I was driving through Defense and I saw, okay, chate nikal aaye, you know, people are selling umbrellas on the street. And हर चीज़ के लिए जैसे कुछ ना कुछ होता है, फ़ौरन से पहले चीज़ें निकल आती हैं. तो अब अम्ब्रेलाज का मौसम है, सो कलरफुल अम्ब्रेलाज, तो किसी पे मिकी माउस बने हुए हैं, किसी पे कार्टून्स बने हुए हैं. आई यूज्ड टू लाइक दोज रेगुलर काली छतरी बड़ी वाली, यू नो. बट कराची में तो इतनी बारिश नहीं होती है, हम इतना सड़क पे चलते नहीं हैं. लेकिन दुनिया भर में पीपल रियली हैव लाइक गुड क्वालिटी अम्ब्रेलाज. ओके, इफ़ यू आर इन द वेस्ट, like a good umbrella is the sign of like a successful person. Why am I saying that? Because, you know, in New York City, in London, places like that, people are like doing corporate jobs. They've got high level this thing, but they all got these big umbrellas and they're trying to protect their suits and their shoes. And you get really expensive umbrellas as well. And they can be really good quality. So I was looking at the history of the umbrella. कि आया किधर से? दुनिया का सबसे पहला छाता या छतरी जिसे हम कहते हैं, किसने बनाया था और क्यों बनाया था, क्या सोच के बनाया था, यू नो. दीज आर लिटिल थिंग्स वी यूज इन आवर लाइव्स एवरी डे. हमारे घर में 5000 चीज़ होती हैं, बट वी नेवर रियली थिंक वेयर इज दिस कमिंग फ्रॉम, you know. So it's really interesting to know that the ordinary things we use in our monotonous life can hold a very intriguing process of creation. And one such trivial accessory that we use but never really given a second thought to is an umbrella. And you will be pretty surprised and fascinated to know, that the umbrella has been in use for many, many centuries. It was invented, according to history, over 4,000 years ago, right? Can you imagine? And it was used in early civilizations in Egypt, Assyria, Greece, China. Obviously, they were used as parasols initially because they were providing shade to people from the sun. And I guess the kings and the queens and there's a certain class of people who had access to these parasols. And the term, by the way, umbrella, comes from the Latin root word umbra, which means shadow. And the Chinese, of course, invented the first waterproof umbrella in the world as protection from rain. Yeah, they started waxing and they put lacquer on their paper parasols. And then in 16th century Europe, it became like an accessory. Khawateen ke liye, pyari pyari chhatriyan leke park mein. Yeah. Persian traveler and writer Jonas Hanway has managed to change all that when he publicly used an umbrella in England for 30 years. And that's when, much later, it became popular in the West. So there you go, you guys. Just a bit of a history of umbrellas. And now you have those ones जिसके बटन दबाने से वुश करके भी खुल जाते हैं, बंद हो जाते हैं और फट भी जाते हैं. But yeah, I like it. And now I'm looking at modern day umbrellas. Wow. Solid stick umbrellas, classic umbrellas. Wow. Golf umbrellas. And then Chinese have another new one. It takes over your entire body. I don't know if you've seen those ones that covers your head and everything so your blow dry doesn't go bad. Good morning. What? Then who invented cake? Acha, somebody wants to know the history of the cake. Alrighty, Haas had asked about the history of the cake. Like, we all love cakes. But who invented cake? And how did it come to be, right? And many of us love cake and we enjoy cake. One of life's simple pleasures that bring joy to any occasion. Birthday parties, comforting snack on a rainy day. They're just a staple. Ki main cake utha leti hu. But what is the history of this cake, man? Where did it come from? It's interesting. So the word cake basically is derived from the Old Norse word kaka, which means flatbread. And early cakes were actually more like what we would today consider biscuits or cookies. They were considered cakes. They were flat, they were dry, and they were often like made with fruits and nuts for flavor. They were healthy, basically. But according to historians, the first cakes in the world were probably made in ancient Egypt. So yeast was used to make them light and fluffy. And honey was used as a sweetener, often. And then there were nuts and spices for flavor, right? And the cakes were sometimes iced with honey. So there you go. And then, of course, much later, the Roman Empire also had a long tradition of baking cakes. And believe it or not, but one of the more popular flavors was olive oil cake. And it was flavored with rosemary and other herbs. Yum, 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 yum. Cake khane ka dil kar raha hai. I was trying to lose weight, but And then, of course, when sugar came into the scene and became more readily available, cake became even more popular. And initially, sugar was very expensive. So only the wealthy could afford to bake cakes regularly, right? And then the commercialization of everything happened. Now there's wedding cakes and, fancy cakes like, there's art going out there. If you look at Pinterest and you look at nice birthday cakes or themed cakes, my goodness. Yep. It's absolutely insane. And the Roman Empire basically made it sweeter, but Egyptians kind of started it as a flatbread. And, the first history, like written down history of cakes is when a Greek writer in the 4th century mentioned in one of his writings that cake, there was a sweet sort of dish, like a cake, which is made with honey and wheat flour. Yep. So there you go. And the modern cake, guys, jo aaj hum khate peete hain, right? We know where it's come from, but, basically, if you look at the modern cake today, so the first chocolate cake, like the ones that we are having, it was created, I won't say invented, but it was somewhere in 1764 by Dr. James Baker and John Hannon. And they initially produced chocolate by grinding cocoa beans. And they then mixed the paste with water to produce liquid chocolate, which was used in cakes and other desserts. So, yep, jo modern day What is your favorite cake? Anusha, you mentioned cake. So let's play the song Cake by the Ocean, says Afifa. I could. Abhi to hamare paas ek do gaane hain. But Afifa, if you're tuned in for the next 10-15 minutes, I will definitely put on our song. We were talking about the history of cakes. Hi, your show's awesome. Thank you very much. Amir Sultan, can you please play Walk of Life by Dire Straits? Oh my goodness. Acha, Amir, when you send me a list, so send me 2-3 songs. Because some of them are slow. Want to play some happy stuff, then we can see. Good morning, Anushe. My favorite cake is potato cake. What? My roommate's mother would bake it, especially for me when I would stay with them on Thanksgiving and Christmas and spring breaks. If anyone has the recipe, please share. Hussein, potato cake sounds all right. Doesn't sound so bad. Nothing with potato sounds bad ever. But what was it, like a savory cake? Like meetha potato? I mean, samajh mein nahi aa raha. But potato cake. Oh man. I don't know. I want to try some. So I will be able to decide for myself. You know, we used to have a lot of these local bakeries back in the day when I was a kid. You know, a lot of local bakeries in our neighborhood and stuff like that. And I remember I'd gone off to a neighbor's house and it was chai time and the adults were having like chai and biscuit and cake and stuff. And I took a slice of cake at their house and I had a bite and there was, I believe it or not, you know, it was a nutty cake, but it had literally like a patthar in it, like a small patthar that came in my mouth and I nearly cracked my tooth and I was like, ah! So till today, when I'm having those nutty cakes or stuff that has a lot of like dry fruits and stuff in it, like, you know, those typical Bombay bakery, old school cakes that you still get if in some places, I still have that fear of what if, you know, something hard is in the cake and my tooth kind of just snaps. And another time, I've got some experiences with cakes going. Again, one of these almond cakes that we'd gotten in school for somebody's birthday or something. And there was a kadwa almond in it. Like the badam was really kadwa. And I remember eating it and going like it was horrible. The trauma is real. Anusha, my favorite cake is Matilda cake. In the manner Bruce ate it. I'm okay knowing I'll never get to have it myself, says Faiz. Yes, Faiz, the Matilda cake. Oh my goodness. Well, I mean, if we really talk about favorite cakes, I don't know if I have a favorite cake, but the Matilda cake does sound really, I mean, it's so chocolatey. Goodness. You know, or dekh ke kuch hota hai, right? But now 3 Milk has become very popular, the tres leches and stuff. But I don't know. I like spongy cakes and I like less complicated cakes. Yeah, like chocolate ho to chocolate ho और कुछ ना हो. जो 6 लेयर्स नहीं होती हैं अंदर और 15 किस्म की चीज़ें हो रही होती हैं. फ्रॉस्टिंग भी है तो आइसिंग भी है तो केक भी है तो स्पंज भी है तो whipped क्रीम भी है. वो थोड़ा सा मेरे ओवरवेलमिंग हो जाता है थोड़ा सा. But I generally like nice spongy soft cakes. Oh my goodness. It's Monday morning and it's the day my diet begins, you guys. We're not talking about cake anymore. I'm going to take this conversation somewhere else. Amir Sultan says he thinks that the lotus cake is really good. And Hussein says that potato cake had caramel topping and filling, walnuts and cherries, and it was super soft. Oh goodness, this potato cake is sounding very interesting and very yum. And not very offensive, as it should have, because it's a cake made out of potato. Thank you, dear, for playing my request as Afifa. You welcome, Afifa. I hope everything is well with you. Guys, what is the funniest nickname you've ever heard? So we don't have so many nicknames here in Karachi, or maybe we do, but in my family, we don't. Like, we actually call people by their names. So weird. But I do know that when I was young, my mother used to, I mean, my mother still does. Actually, she calls me Manno. Manno? Manno kya hota hai? My mother loves calling me Manno. And my younger sister Adiza is called Lalo. Lalo and Manno. Like we're 2 little cats in the house. Or like dogs. Lalo and Manno. That's amazing. I think that's going to be the name of my next 2 pets. One is Lalo and one's Manno. Oh no. But what's the funniest nicknames you've ever heard? Because Pakistan's big on nicknames, right? And Dino's eldest sister, वो सबसे बड़ी है Dino की बहन, उनका नाम है बेबी बाजी. प्यार से सब बेबी कहते हैं उन्हें. वो हैं सबसे बड़ी, लेकिन हैं वो बेबी छोटी सी, you know. Funny, we have got a lot of. My brother-in-law has a puppo who they in Lahore. In Punjab, they have a lot of nicknames. प्यार से they call her Pinky. Pinky puppo. Pinky, Bluey, Whitey. What are the funny names? Nicknames, you guys. For me, a lot of my friends call me Noosh. Anushe, Noosh. And then they started calling me Naush because I spell my name Anoush. So it's Anaushe, like the phone when, you know, you have your iPhone on. And if my name kind of comes on it, it says Anaushi. Well, because it's spelled like that, but it's actually pronounced Anushe. But now people call me Noosh or Naush. So there you go. Lots and lots of nicknames. What's the funny nicknames that you have in your family? If you have any, because we all have funny nicknames in our family. And tell me. And then when you tell me the nickname, you must tell me the original name also, right? Like I said again, in my family, generally I'm just called Anusha. Elise is called Elise. My sister's called Natasha. My mom, you know, they're just called by their names. And then my cousins as well. We call everybody by their names. Now we have Asad and we have Shakir and we have Ali and we have Ghazala and we just call them like, yeah, I didn't know. To know why we don't have nicknames in our family. I want a nickname. Talking about funny nicknames that you may have, and Amir Sultan says that his brother calls him Muttu, प्यार से. Actual name is Amir. Muttu. Muttu. इसका मतलब क्या होता है? I hope I've said it right. Muttu. My wife nicknamed our daughter Amina as Momo. Momo. Cute. Yeah, Mina, Minu, Momo, Momu, you know. Becomes like that. प्यार वो कहते हैं प्यार से बुला रहे हैं, प्यार से नाम बर्बाद कर दिया basically. What else do we have? We have some really funny nicknames around us everywhere. I'm trying to think. So I have my niece, my elder sister's daughter. Her name is Anushka, and she's a beautiful young girl. And in our family, we love calling her Tukka. Why would you call Anushka Tukka? Like, because she was a baby, and I guess you'd be like, Anushka, my little Tukka. Tukka. Like she was born by chance, like a Tukka. I have no idea. Then there's Mikhail, who is their son, and he's been Miku forever and ever. Miku, Mikhail. Yes, we also, I guess we do have. But at least Miku and Nushka and Tukka and Mikhail, they're similar, right? वो नाम से नाम निकलता है. Then there are some that nicknames that are completely different. Like, you know, somebody's name is Rizwana and her actual nickname is like Bablu or Babli. You're like, ये कहाँ से आया? Was completely different. Like there is no connection between the name and the nickname. Like how did this happen? Yep. I guess, you know, Dino's name is a nickname. Imagine you all of Pakistan and the world knows him as Dino. His actual name is Muhammad Ali. Imagine. Call him Dino. It's too funny. It's too funny, but also amazing how your nickname becomes your identity, right? What's the funniest nickname you've ever heard? All right, and there's another message that's come in from Zarnab. My khala is called Bagga. Bagga. Oh my goodness. Very interesting. Okay. Bagga. What does that mean? I love these nicknames, you guys. They make no sense. No haath, no pair. Morning. Perhaps my name is a bit difficult, so people near me often rely on Kasu. Kasim. Kasu. Oh my goodness. Acha khasa naam hai Kasim. But Kasu ban gaya ab. Wah. Well, hota hai. You know? Well, I still haven't found the really funny nickname. You know, the funniest nickname you've ever heard. But, well, it is what it is. Yeah. Funny though. Because, you know, these things make life interesting, I guess. The little things that we do. Pyar se kisi ko naam de dena. I guess, you know, some names become really universal. Some people just call certain people nicknames at home. You know, There's another really weird question, and I know it's not a wacky Wednesday, but I was wanting to go down that road this morning. And if you wanted to create a rumor about yourself, just so people would talk about you, like something amazing, maybe. Like, what kind of a rumor would you let out? I don't know. I guess I would be like, Anusha ne kuch 5 apartments London में ले लिए, खरीद लिए, किसी तरीके. What kind of rumor is that? I'm just thinking about what kind of a rumor would I like about myself to be spread. I don't think I want to create any rumor just to be the talk of town. That's horrible. But we're just having fun. None of this is serious. Of course, we don't want to create a rumor, but if we had to, just for some attention and for people to get talking, or maybe like Anusha and Shah Rukh Khan are like actually really good friends. Nobody knows, but they're on WhatsApp all the time. Funny. All right. Moving on. Was looking for some good news, and I get a little confused when I'm going through the newspaper because I'm always desperate to find something fun to share. Nothing good happening in this world. My friends call me Tilu, says Vakas. Why? Are you like a Tili? Do you do the यहाँ की बात वहाँ? दो होते ना कुछ एक आध दोस्त, पता है क्या कह रही थी वो तुम्हारे बारे में? Are you that person? Oh, Tilu. Well, Vakas and Tilu really have no connection really, but yeah, it's funny. It's the way it happens. All right, boys and girls, welcome to The Breakfast Show. And if you are tuning in right now, well, we were talking about nicknames and funny things that we are called in Pakistan, because many of us have really fun nicknames. There are a couple of more messages. Once from Musa in Islamabad. He says, in uni, my friends named me Baba, after the label on my bottle, which is Baba. Oh. I also get called Churi a lot since I'm Chukhtai, Churi. Oh my God. Oh goodness, the kind of things we do to our names. A friend of mine ended up being called Chuhi because of his physique and laughter. Oh. My cousins also call their child. Now, there are lots of kids in that family, mashallah. One of them is really cute, but she's tiny. It's a smaller built person. And she's maybe 5 years old. But they call her Mousy. Mousy. Because she's like a little mouse. Oh my goodness. Very cute. I mean, I don't mind naming my children like Mousy or Doggy or Puppy or Boo Boo or like after an animal. But Mousy? You want to call your child Mouse? Cute. I hope they're not tuned in. I love them. Mousy. And I forgot to say hi, everyone. Crew members and listeners. Musa, hello. What is happening? What are you doing? How's it coming along? Guys, if you want to boost your focus, train your brain, selective attention and sustained attention. Do less in a day. With social media, we do too much anyway online. So do less and build your sustained attention and focus on one task at a time, right? And there's some great focus building activities, making puzzles, doing a crossword, painting, art. Actually, art requires you to create something with a lot of focus, which is amazing because, you've got to train your brain to learn how to focus on one thing without being distracted. And I think that is the problem of our and the younger generations. Since the phones come into our hands, we're on it. And distraction itni hoti hai that I can't see a 40-minute episode on TV anymore without looking to my phone at least a couple of times to just see what's going on. Cannot be normal. Ashad from Karachi says, my friends call me Daulat for no reason. Although I come from a middle class family. Oh, matlab ki, they feel rich around you. You have got intelligence ki daulat, wisdom ki daulat, advice ki daulat. Daulat hi daulat hai aapke paas. Middle class hai ya nahi hai. That's fine. And it's good to be calling you daulat all the time. कहते हैं ना कि नाम का असर होता है. What if you become really rich कल परसों? दौलत. Like, please remember our phone number and do send me a text, okay? If you make a lot of money. Yeah. Once I took a mosquito repellent and first aid kit to a picnic, and we were going to. Since then, because of my caring traits, my friends call me Ma, says Ehsan Afzal. Oh, so cute. Mama. You're like, Ma. I have a really fun relationship with some of my colleagues, of course. I mean, they're not friends, they're colleagues, but the relationship is good. And one of them, calls me Sister Anushe. Every time he messages me for some work or an event or something, he's like, "Hello, Sister Anushe. How are you?" And I'm like, "Yes, I'm good, Brother Ehsan." It's fun. It's nice to have those little quirks and those little one-on-ones with individuals. It's sweet. But okay, Ma. I called my cousin Tidda. Allah, he was very short, and puberty has hit, and now he's much taller than me. Amna. We're kind of toxic, in Pakistan. You call people Tidda, Chota, मोटू. प्यार से बोल रहे हैं मोटू, गंजू. हम उसको हर्ट तो नहीं करना चाह रहे. That is our favorite way. All right. Alrighty. What is up, you guys? Focus. Boost it permanently. First things first, selective attention and sustained attention. And maybe prioritizing focus, right? Intentionally making focus a priority in your life. It's difficult. Yesterday I went in for a meditation class, and it was the longest meditation class I've ever been to. So it was nearly 2 hours of just sitting with my eyes closed and meditating. And I managed. To get through it without looking at my phone, without having to answer any work calls, without worrying about Abu to message nahi kar rahe, ya kya ho raha hai, ya, ghar mein kya ho raha hai. It was really amazing to be able to focus, right? And I guess me identifying my need to prioritize and help build focus on other things. So these exercises, learning how to quieten your mind, especially in 2024 when there's so much stimulation coming from every end, to no end, right? So you need a bit of a barrier to protect yourself and your well-being, your emotional, your mental well-being. So, yep, I thought it was a wonderful exercise, but we've got to get our focus in check, you guys. Very, very distracted individuals now. And one of the biggest things is that we are generally, looking down at our screens when our parents are talking to us. We're looking down at our screens when, colleagues are talking to us. It's not a good thing. Anusha, I call my daughter Ballu because she's as cute as a Balushahi. Oh, that's so cute. Like giving children yummy names according to their personalities. And, it's very cute. We used to call our cousin Lota, as he used to slip and fall when he was a baby. Oh my God, that's horrible. Hadi Shahid. Why would you call somebody Lota? Especially a child. No. Hi Nushe, it's fun to call my female colleagues ma'am, and when I want to bug them, Baji and Bibi. Oh my goodness. That's so hilarious. It's really funny because Musa, there's a friend of mine also who bothers me because he's a couple of months younger than me. Not so much younger, but he calls me Baji in public. Anusha Baji ye to kar de. And I'm just like, what? He's like, Baji, Apa, Baji. And I'm like, just stop. But everybody knows, these kids are off from school. All these bachas are not going to school right now. जब उनके summer vacations over हो जाएंगे तो मैं उनको हमेशा कहते रहती हूँ, you can call me Anusha Appa, Anusha Khala, Anusha. But if you ever call me Anusha Auntie, I'm going to stop doing the show. Like, look at me threatening children. Okay, like I'm an adult who's threatening little kids because I'm like, if you call me Auntie, that is it. Okay, you kids. And they find it really funny, but many of them call me Khala, and I secretly love it. They're like, "Hi, Nusha Khala, can you play Taylor Swift for us?" And I'm like, "Yeah, yes." All right, 9:23. Charlie XCX, Robin. Man, Charlie XCX pretty good. And didn't realize, but he has some Indian origins. Yeah, didn't know that. My niece told me the other day. Today's day to only share happy news with you. The Pakistan Street Child football team has defeated Germany's JSG Lenital 3-2 to reach the semi-finals of the Norway Cup 2024. You guys. So, playing as Muslim Hands FC, they won with a last-minute goal. And it was Mohammad Kashif, who's a young player. He scored twice. And then there was a young boy called Junaid who added another goal. And they will play in the semi-final later as of yesterday. So that's pretty cool. Isn't that awesome? Some good news. Pakistan's street child football team doing well. I quite like it. Early in the morning, we started off with Novak Djokovic's news. He has clinched his first Olympic gold and he has become the oldest champion since 1908, by the way, by beating Carlos Alcaraz in a thrilling final. But what a star. He was totally, absolutely shining. So excited. And in other awesome news from sports, in Lahore, there's a training academy for female weightlifters, and it's run by the Sohail sisters, and they like to call themselves the Power Girls, and it is breaking barriers in a male-dominated sport. So there's Twinkle, there's Sybil and Veronica, and they recently won 15 gold medals at the Asian Pacific African Compound Powerlifting Championship in South Africa. And their sister Mariam couldn't join due to financial issues. But guys, their success is drawing attention to women's weightlifting in Pakistan. Isn't that amazing? Just to be reading about this is just fantastic, right? And Twinkle, who's now 26, she faced a lot of criticism back in the day for her involvement in the sport. But today she proudly states that now nobody says anything with all these medals on my jacket. Isn't that amazing? It's so exciting. And I'm looking at a picture of them. Twinkle, Veronica, Sybil. Beautiful. Really nice. And Pakistani women weightlifting. How cool. To more sports in this world. Awais Jalali is up and about. Assalamu alaikum to Anusha and all the listeners. Rainy season has returned and we have high winds every day. This picture is poor, but there's installation of solar panels at my rooftop. So when you take tech services, be sure to take on board engineers, not technicians. Poor installation of solar panels because of the high winds. He sent me a picture of some solar panels falling off. Yes, you've got to be with people who know how to do their job. You know, it's a problem in Pakistan actually. Lots of engineers and stuff, they sort of they're not hired for the jobs that they truly deserve to have. So sometimes your rasta is tera. I remember when the Islamabad airport was made, it wasn't opening for a long time because our local tech guys had gotten the runway ka length or the height or something or the other wrong. I was horrified. I was like, they're making an airport. And then we realized that the right engineers were not hired for the job. Right? So, goodness. It's a day of sharing good news. It's raining. It's nice. We need the water. Alrighty. It is The Breakfast Show with me and Nushai, and we are here on City FM 89. Loved this thing that I read. The worst part about being a yapper is when you're mid-yap and realize how much you've been yapping, but you're not even halfway done with the yap, so all you do is apologize and then continue yapping. It sounds like a bit of a problem. Sounds like I know what it is. Yeah. Oh my goodness. Talking too much, basically. Maybe this is one habit that I need to replace. But then there are lots of habits that people need to replace. And maybe I don't have those bad habits. Like, toxic friends, replace them with mentors. Television, replace it with exercise. Complaining, replace it with a little bit of gratitude, you guys. And if you're doing Netflix marathons, replace it with sleep. And if you're tired, have it in you to turn the phone off and go to sleep. And they say if you're uninspired, taking a nice, yummy shower really helps you feel like, whew, what's going on in this world again? Especially in places, in countries like ours where there's pollution, there's dust, there's a lot of heat, humidity. Make sure you're showering every day and you're feeling good before you get to bed and when you get out of bed, right? And walking in nature, of course, goes without saying. And don't be jealous of other people. Focus on yourself, your qualities, and your uniqueness. Well, that would be the message for today. We're starting Monday morning. I hope you've had a good start to your morning with me, and we have set the tone for the rest of the week. Hopefully, it's going to be a good one with just the right amount of rain, not too much rain that we can handle, rain that is welcome and good for us. So we'll collectively make a prayer and hope for the best. Meanwhile, I'm going to leave you with 3 songs back to back to back to back. We've got some Safe and Sound by Capital Cities. Nice song. Really fun. Throwing it back in time. Then we've got some Nothing But Thieves with Welcome to the DCC. And maybe some strings right after with Bichhada Yaar. How about that? Take care, you guys. We'll see you on air tomorrow. Have a great one.